You are now listening to the Highly Evolved Podcast with your host, Safan. Transmission will commence momentarily.
Hi there, guys. This is the HighlyEvolvedPodcast. I'm your host, Safan. You can find me on Twitter and got.ai. Let's start the show. For viewer discretion, if you're SJW, liberal, Democrats, it's best for you to turn off my video because you might get offended. And on that note, let's start the show. We're going to talk about Maxine Waters in this episode, right? Today, she was grilling a bunch of bankers in the House Finance Committee, right? She was asking them, why were there so much default, right? And at that time, right? At that time, let me give you some context. At that time, in 2008, right? Maxine Waters was champion that the government should be the government should be doing all the student aid and stuff, right? Giving out loans, and the bankers shouldn't be doing this, right? And then fast forward to right now, she was asking the bankers why the reason people are defaulting, right? And then the banker was simply reply, well, we wasn't in the business now, so we can't give you an answer. The end of the story is that the government was the reason why people are defaulting because they're giving out so many amount of loans. The bankers have nothing to do with this, and Maxine Waters have no idea that she was the one that championed that the government's supposed to be in the situation, giving out student loans. Well, she got her wish that the government is giving a student loan, and she still clearly doesn't realize that. That was the thing that's so funny about this, right? She was asked a question of something that she should already know. She's the one that advocate that the loaning process should be done by the government. Well, the loaning process is done by the government, and now look where we're at right now. Everybody's in student loans, right? The bankers, they got our student loan because, I think in my opinion, because they see the trend that people were defaulting so much that it's not viable for them to be in student loan anymore. So by 2008, 2009, 2010, they withdraw from student loans entirely because it's not feasible to them. And that's what I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's why I think that's why they don't give out student loans anymore. But some bank do. But she was just doing a couple of bankers that did not give out student loans, right? So the real culprit is the government is giving out all the student loans. And the funny part is to the story is that Maxine Waters doesn't even know that she was the one behind all this. One of the persons behind this, right? She was complicit in government controlled education. All right, this is why student loans is up to $1 trillion. You know how easy to get student loans right now? It's so easy. All right. I don't think when I got my student loan, I did not need a co-signer at all. Okay, so it's that easy to get the student loan. It was snap, and and then just wait until the end of you fill a little paperwork, in beginning of the semester, a couple of weeks before the semester, you get the check in your bank account, and then bam, that's it. All right. I think the student loan default stem at the government level, right? By the government making it so easy for people to get student loans and push this idea that everybody should go to college. Okay, everybody should not go to college. I've been advocating that, right? If you don't have enough money for colleges, you shouldn't be going to colleges. If you don't know what you're gonna study and you just go for colleges for the party, the limelight, you shouldn't be going to colleges. Because the reason why people go to colleges is because of what they see on media. They project this image as party all the time, right? Party, drink beer, meet girls. This college lifestyle it's attractive to adolescents. That's what it is. They want to do all these stuff. But in reality, college isn't really like that. It's more serious than that. They don't know the ramification of after college. Okay? When you get out of college, you have all these student loans that you have to pay out. They didn't know how much money they were owing. So what do? They go take another classes or get another major. Oh, I have a master. And then within those time, they could have just get in the workforce. All right? They waste all their time in colleges. And they just pull another loan. What happened when they pull another loan? They stack up their debt, right? when they stack up the debt, they realize that there's money. They were owing so much money, it's impossible to pay it out. So what do? They default on the student loan, meaning don't pay it at all. All right, I might make it a little convoluted to understand, but if you know, I got something in there. All right, but the point is, it's too easy to obtain student loans. It's too easy to obtain student loan, and plus the tuition is high as well. Why are tuitions going so high? Why is that? Every year, it seems like every year tuition is going high, getting higher and higher and higher and higher. Even for remedial classes like gender study and all that stuff, why is it the same amount for tuition for that class than it is for a class in science, technology, right? Why is that? I don't understand. They should make certain criteria cheaper than the other because of the least demanding of it. All right, but that's just a theory. I might be wrong. Correct me on that. But the point to this video is that Maxine Waters was pointed to be wrong in this one. I think she was wrong. She's stupid. She was complicit on the government takeover of education, and now it backfired on her because government was the reason why people are defaulting so much, and she failed to realize that. Maxine Waters is an awful person. I let you know that. I work in her district, all right? I go to in her district all the time. It's crap. There's nothing she don't even live in her district, right? She don't even live in her district, right? And she's living in multi-million-dollar, and she's supposed to represent these low-income people that keep voting for her, right? And the thing is, what's funny is that her district, people don't show up to vote at all. It's just the brainwashed people keep voting. I bet you if Omar Navarro, he's running against her for 2020, right? If you live in her district, vote for Omar Navarro. He'd probably get more things done than Maxine Waters would. Okay? I support Omar Navarro. He's a Mexican, Cuban or something like that? Or he's Hispanic, right? I support him, right? Because we need a change. People have been voting for her. She's a career politician, right? People have been voting for her for a long time, and nothing ever get done. Nothing ever improves, and people should realize that it's insane to keep electing the same people over. Try get some new blood in there, right? And she's just an awful person. Her with her James Brown wig on, right? And then she's not focused on her district. She's not focused on this. She's more focusing on impeaching the president than it is focusing on her district. Your district's a mess, Maxine Waters, right? You keep talking about impeachment and all that phony baloney. This lady is nuts. But if you type in, I saw this video on Fox Business about Maxine Waters, but she's crazy, right? I don't know how much bad stuff I could talk about Maxine Waters. Right? She is so old right now. You don't know why she's still in there. I mean, I think you know what the old phrase is? The loudest one has got the most to hide. Right? Or something like that. Like, the loudest one is the one that have more to lose. Because there's been a thing going around that her husband was funneling money into his account. And if that ever comes out, that she might be indicted for some kind of money laundering or something like that. But that's just allegation, allegedly saying it. But I won't be surprised if it's proven wrong. I mean, if all these indictment comes out, her butt is on the line, right? And if you go to her district is so liberal, right? You got to I work in her district, okay? I work in her district. Her district is terrible. There's road construction all the time, and it never get done. It's like they have construction nonstop. Nothing ever get done. Nothing ever is completed. That's if something had to be fixed, right? And the low improvised area look like crap. The grass are dying. There's trash on the floor. There's bums everywhere. There's prostitution. All right, it's crazy, and it's dangerous. People killing, dying, booze, drinking. and then they don't realize that they're electing their own demise. That's what it is. If they keep electing Maxine Waters, there'll be no improvement. It's gonna be like 1992 again. All right, if you don't know what happened in '92 is the Rodney King riot, LA riot. That's what it is. I think she was there since that time. All right. She's a Democrat. Like I said many times before, a Democrat. They're the scum of America, part of the KKK. If you don't believe that, research it out. Tell me I'm wrong. All right. These Democrats have all these bad policies coming out. All right, from the New Deal, the Great Society, the Department of Education. If you guys go research it, come back to me and say I'm wrong. All right. But, Maxine Waters is a terrible person and should not be elected. Why do we keep electing these people, these terrible candidates? She is an awful candidate. And people keep celebrating it. They're brainwashed. These people need to, the movie They Live, when they wear the sunglasses and they see people's true intentions, the true inside. That's what we need to give these people. All right. And look at Crenshaw. Crenshaw is her district. And what happened to Crenshaw? Nipsey Hussle got murdered. I mean, people want to say he's doing good things, but I have other ideas. I'm reserved to my ideas. I doubt that it was his real intention, but look at her district in Crenshaw. People are shooting everybody. It's congested like heck. Crumbling roads. I'm sure there's illegal immigrants. We're talking about California here. All right. We're talking about California, so don't expect anything. Don't expect a utopia. All right, taxes going up. All right, taxes going. Gas prices going up. She's not doing anything about it. All right, and these people in California just keep voting for these Democrats. It's terrible. Don't anybody ever decide to come to California? Rethink and don't come to California, because it's not a utopia anymore. It's a HELL hole or S hole. All right, it's just LA is a reflection of San Francisco, but it's on the southern border. I mean, the southern of California. But on that note, yeah, tell me what you think. Do you agree Maxine Waters is a terrible person? Then she deserves to be wrong at this point, and she don't know what she's talking about. All right. I'm not monetized, unscripted, unedited, uncensored, right? I can say whatever I want. If you want to support a person who speaks his mind, please sub and subscribe. Follow me on social media. On that note, oh yeah, one more thing. Like I said, second time around, if you're a Democrat, liberal, please don't do anything. Don't subscribe to me. Don't comment. Just leave. And on that, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you for watching. This is the Highly Evolved Podcast. Peace.